Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn together some parts of a circle. So, to know something about the circle, we can start by studying the following question. So, in this question, which of the following is the correct circle notation? So, we will concentrate on circle notation. To name the circle below. So here is the main problem here, or the main question is the name of the circle. But we can use this opportunity to learn something about the circle. For example, option A, you can see E, G, H, and you have this sign. So we can see it like this. We have like E, then we keep going with G, and then keep going as much as we can with H. I will try to make it better like this. So from E to G, reaching to the H. We call this part of circle arc. And the definition of arc is as follows. The arc is part of the, what we call it in circle, the circumference. Circumference. So it's a part of the circumference of a circle, or we can say it's a curved portion of a circle. So the circumference, if I want to assign the circumference, I will not go further with this. So this part from E, you can start from E, going further to reach the H, then going further, reaching to the G, going back to the E. This is the circumference. The arc, like for example, in this case, which is E, G, H, is the arc which is part of this circumference. For example, I can get another like arc. Here is another example of the arc. So here is the another arc. So in this case, we can say that the first option is not the name of a circle. What's about D? D, when we write D like this, so we mean by D here as point. For example, we have this point and we call it D. We could have E as a point, for example, like this. So here is the point E. For example, we have the point G. Here is the point G. Or for example, the point H. So here is the point H. So D is just an point. That's it. But the point D is very important in this example because point D, we call it circumference. We call it center. So point D is center of the circle. Okay, now the third option, if we're going to the third option, okay, I don't need all that now. Okay, we have this symbol, which is like D, and we have a small circle that's mean degree. So we mean by that as a degree. For example, we can have angle of 45 degree. So as angle D, we have it like 45 degree, or maybe 30 degree, or maybe 100 degree, and etc. But the last option, you can see clearly. So C is not the right option either. So look at this option. I don't need this. So you can see that here is the symbol here, which is like circle. Okay, talking about this one, and we have center. So if we have a circle, so a center with a circle, so that represent circle. Okay, now D, if we go back, we can see that D in the figure is representing the center of the circle. So in this case, we can go further like this. So how to read the last option? The last option is something like this. This is like circle, and this is center. So center. So we can read it like this. Here is the circle with center D. So this is the way that we can name the circle, and this is exactly the right answer. Let us check this answer first and see. That's correct. Now in this video we learn something about the arc. We learn how to represent a point, and here we represent an angle in degree, for example, and here we learned how to name like a circle. Now guys, hope you get some idea now about the circle, about part of a circle. Learning about circle is something we cannot stop, because this is something is keep going and keep going. So keep pushing, keep learning. Let us make the math more easy and more reachable for each one of us. Thank you guys for watching. See you again in the next videos.